going to be us showing you one of our fire trucks. And like I said, I think we have 9. This is our newest fire truck. This one's only a couple years old. And this is going to be one of the latest, greatest models. So obviously, just like in your mom and dad's car, you know, you have your door where the driver sits, just like your mom and dad. Drives the same way, steering wheel and pedals, all the little switches, just cut the lights and siren and the radio on. This is the back seat, where just like you would sit in your car, except in our seats, we have radios and flashlights and tools like axes and things like that. And a seat where someone else can sit with seat belts. Just like your car, but maybe just a little bigger. As we move down, this is where the water goes in the truck, where you see all the fire hydrants on the side of the road. Yep, just like the fire hydrants you'll see on the side of the road, we'll hook to those and the water will come in here. And then here's our hoses that we pull off the truck with the nozzles to put the fire out. These are all our gauges, and each one of these, whichever one we pull, lets the water come out wherever on the truck we need it to. So each one is a different area for water to come out, for different hoses. These are the different nozzles, just like at home where your mom and dad have a water hose and the spray nozzle. These are ours the same way, they just might be a little bigger. More type, same thing. And here we have extra air bottles. So just like the air you're breathing right now, we put them in these bottles so we can have extra air. So if we go in a burning house or something like that with smoke, when we need air so that we can breathe, this is where we get them from. Also, we have different tools like a sledgehammer, some bolt cutters, our famous axe like every fireman has, a crowbar. We use this weird little tool to pull down ceilings, things like that if the fire's up in your ceiling or attic. And this hides away pretty good where we have more axes and tools. In here we have rope in case we need to tie off somewhere or help pull something out. This is our big hose, like I said, that connects to fire hydrants like you see everywhere. This is just like you have a backpack at school to put your school supplies in, this is our backpack, except we keep air in it, and this is where we store our air to breathe. Flashlights, we come around. This is where we keep our ladders in case we need to climb up on the house or on the roof or go in the window, those kind of things. Extra tools to help us pull down ceilings, like I said, or break open doors. Obviously, we have the red fire extinguishers, just like you'll see in your school or your home. If you have a small fire in your house, this one's just full of water that we use, called a water cannon. Up top, you see we have a ladder that helps us get on top of the truck for extra hose that's on top. On this side, we have, just like the cutting tools we showed you earlier, this is an extra set that we have on each truck that just helps us cut open cars in case you're in an accident, we need to get you out. We have extra lights and bracing to help hold things stable. This is where we keep stuff like if there's a big oil spill on the road, just to help dry that up. This is our tarps and chainsaws in case we have to cut the roof or a tree. Fans to blow the smoke out your house. A cutting saw to help cut the shingles on your roof. And just like on any truck, if it's on this side of the truck, we've got a way to get water in on this side too. And then of course it's the other side of the truck, just like what you saw from the other side. And pretty much that's our fire truck. And so most of our trucks are just like this, just maybe a little older, a little newer. Basically, you can see this is where the driver sits. This is where he's going to operate just like you would, you know, your mom and dad's car. Works just the same. And then here in the back, where you normally sit, is where we would sit, the other firefighters. You can see we have some flashlights and the air packs we use to breathe if there's smoke. This is where we would climb up and operate all the levers that disperse water to put out the fire. If you got fire, of course, we use water to put it out. So each one of these handles lets water come out of different places on the truck for different hoses. This is where the hoses connect, which we have fire hoses here. This is where we keep extra air packs and flashlights, some tools if we need them, extra hose for all those fire hydrants you see on the side of the road. That yellow hose is what we use to connect to that. We can come around and look on this side. All right. Here's our siren. This is what makes all the noise when we're coming. And if you see us, please move over and let us get through. This is where I was saying, even on the other side of the truck, we have places for hoses that we use in case the fire's on this side. Also, we have ladders. We need to climb up on houses or windows. Fans to help blow the smoke away. We have extra bottles that have air in it like we use to breathe. So just like the air you're breathing now, we keep them in these bottles, which we'll put on our backs to help us breathe when we're inside. And then, of course, like you've probably seen a fire extinguisher, just like maybe at your home or at your school, and roadway cones for traffic. And of course, who can forget an axe? We have axes and tools everywhere. And that's pretty much the parts of our fire truck. All right, so what we're going to show you here is pretty much our uniform that we wear as firemen. It's the same, just like when you guys dress up for Halloween and put on your costume. This is what we do, which is what you want to call our costume, but we actually use it to protect ourselves should there be a fire or smoke or sharp edges. It just helps protect firefighter Blunt here. So what he's going to do, he's going to start with how he would get dressed if there was a fire. So first of all, he's got boots that protect his toes and feet. And he's going to pull up what we call bunker pants, which is the same as just fire pants. With his suspenders, all firefighters have to have suspenders, hold their pants up. And then he has a hood that he'll put over that will protect his head and his ears. This is his big jacket, just like a coat you would wear. As you can see, there's little things on his hands that his thumb will go through that'll protect the back of his hands and his wrists. Zipper. Clamp. Gotta come around. And you notice also on his coat, he's got a nifty little flashlight and an extra pair of gloves and just different tools in his pockets that'll help him. Do the mask next. This is a mask that we put on that we want you guys to see us in, so it's not scary to you. I know it looks a little weird, but just like you put on your mask for Halloween, whether you're going to be Superman or Spider-Man, this is just a mask that protects his face and helps him breathe in case there's smoke. So if you see us looking like this, we don't want you to run from us. We want you to come to us when we holler for you, or if we have to help you. I know we'll look a little funny, but nothing scary. And then of course, what everybody knows is the fire hat. pair of gloves. Protect his hands. And so as you can see, he is protected at his feet and his legs and his body and his arms, his hands and wrists, his head and ears and face, and all the way in the back. No matter where he's at, he is covered and protected. And so that's what we're going to look like should you have an emergency at your home. And if we're calling for you, don't run from us. We're there to help you. Okay, so what we're going to show you today is basically, these are commonly called the jaws of life. We use these for mainly when someone's been in a car accident and we need to have some kind of tool to get you out of that vehicle or car. So the main two kind of tools that we use is called a spreader and a cutter. And this is Firefighter Blunt here, and he's going to show you how they operate. So first we have these cutters. Basically, it's just a way to open and close. And then you'll close it. And basically what we would use this for, if you come around to this side. So if this was a actual door, say, to your car, and we needed to cut this post that's just pure metal, this is how that would look. And kind of lift that up a little. See, as you can see, it cuts straight through, and this is how we would be able to move this out of the way to be able to get to you. We'll let it make one more cut at the top just to show you how thick it can go through. As you can see, it took that whole panel off. So they're pretty strong. We really try to be safe, keep our fingers out of the way. So he'll put that down. Our next tool is what we call the spreaders. So sometimes you don't want to cut it. You want to try to spread it open or get it wider so we could get to something. So basically he'll show you how they open and close. What we'll do, we'll put it in the side of this panel to kind of show you the strength it has to open those panels. Let's see if we can get wide and simple. They're pretty strong. They can open and close pretty much anything. But these are just the basic tools we use for helping rescue someone out of a car. If y'all have any questions, I'll be available. Thank you.